morning, everyone, and happy Wednesday. Hope you're having a great day. I know it's still early in the day, or depending where you are, might be even Tuesday. But I hope you're having a lovely day. Today, I'm going to be talking about money, and I want to help you shift your mindset a little bit about money because we can sometimes get very overwhelmed when it comes to money, can't you? And yeah, because it's in our face. We deal with it pretty much every day. And it's amplified at this time of the year, often when there's bills coming in, what's that saying? Too much month left at the end of the money sort of thing. Um, so I want to give you some practical tips how you can get on top of your money without the stress. Okay. So this is going to be a little bit of mindset stuff, a little bit of practical stuff as well, because your mindset is so important when it comes to this, when it comes to anything actually in your life. So i- if you know me and you know that I love the law of attraction and how we feel about money, because money is just it's just the means of the day. It's just energy. Okay. The more we are staying stuck in that stress cycle, though, about money, the more we are going to perpetuate that cycle, okay? Because that's how the law of attraction works. We vibrate at a certain resonance, and that changes throughout the day, changes throughout the minutes, really. And whatever frequency we're vibrating at is the frequency that we are attracting things that match that frequency. So if we've got a low vibration, and it doesn't even matter what the cause of that low vibration is, we're going to attract certain people, events, things into our life that perpetuate that low vibration, that low feeling. Okay. So how do we get out ahead of it? Because our reality can be so in our face, like I was saying before. It's hard to get out of that whole thinking in that abundance when we're faced with what could be a lot of lack. So one way that you can do that is by changing your reality. Okay. Budgeting is definitely something that I encourage people to do. It's not very exciting. Actually, it's a horrible thing to do. I don't like doing it. However, when you come at it from the point of it does actually give you more control. It does give you that sense of being in control because you can actually see where your money is going, and then you can make conscious choices about it. You want to become a good money manager. Okay. Now, that doesn't mean you have to really be on it all the time. It just means that you have to have that enough awareness about it. We can't go walking around with our head in the sand and hoping things are going to get better because that's not how it works. Okay. All right. So we know that when we do have enough money, we feel very happy. We're not stressed. Everything feels good and everything's ticking along tickety boo. And you'll notice in those times as well, if you actually think about it, that's when more abundance sort of comes into your life. And it doesn't just have to be, a pay rise or anything. It could be that you found something that was half price, or maybe you were gifted something, or, it can come in lots of different ways. So we've had those experiences, and I want you to think about the times where, where things were flowing quite well for you in any aspect, but especially around money. And what were you doing? Okay. It's easy for us to become quite conditional about how we feel. So if this event happens, so a bill comes in and I don't have enough money, then I feel bad. If a bill comes in and I do have enough money, then I feel good. Okay. So we can be quite conditional about it. But what I want to teach you guys is how to get out ahead of it. Because once the thing is already in front of you, it's already manifested, if that makes sense. So you want to be doing things to get out in front of it. So what you're manifesting, what you're attracting is more towards the abundance end and away from the lack end, if that makes sense. Okay. Um, Now, the good news about that is that you absolutely are in control of how you feel. You're in control of what you think, of how you feel, how you react. Okay, sometimes it can feel like you're not. However, you are. You always have a choice. Okay, so this, what I'm going to say next, might sound a little bit weird. It's actually the secret to more abundance, especially when it comes to money. Okay, and if you listen to any money guru, they're going to say the similar sort of thing. If you want to be more abundant in your money, you need not to think about money. Now, I know that I've just said to you that you have to at least be aware of your budget and stuff. Do that because you have to know what's going in, what's coming out. You don't have to go down to the cent. It's good if you can, but do that so you are aware, and then that's it. You don't have to. You can set things up. There's ways that you can, like I love the barefoot investor. His name escapes me, Scott Cape or something like that. But anyway, so I love his principle where he says, you know, you've got to do this, looking at where your money is and where it goes, and then you allocate it into different accounts. Okay, so you've got a little bit going into an expenses account, you've got a little bit going into a splurge account, a little bit going into whatever accounts that you have. Maybe there's a holiday fund or something like that. So when you're dividing it up like that, it's easy for stuff to go through. So you do need to do that at least one time and get everything set up. And you might want to review that annually. Okay. So once that's done, though, don't think about money constantly because, especially if thinking about money causes you to feel anxious or worried or stressed. Okay, because every time you're doing that, you're lowering your vibration, which means you're just going to attract more things into your life, especially in that money area, that is going to give you cause to feel anxious and worried and stressed. This is when, you know, we're going along tickety boo, and then all of a sudden the car needs four new tires, or the dishwasher breaks, or the washing machine blows up, or the roof needs repairing, or something like that, because you're vibrating at that lower energy, and the law of attraction and your unconscious mind and your RAS and all of those things have to bring you things to prove you right, okay, to support what you're feeling, to support that, um to maintain that momentum that you've got going on. Okay, so the trick is that with abundance, abundance is everywhere. Okay, it's not just money. So if you want to feel abundant about money, but the thought of money makes you feel stressed, here's the secret for you. Think about something else that makes you feel like there's an abundance. So, you know, you can even look outside. There's trees everywhere. There's grass. There's blue sky. Or even if it's raining, we need the rain. There's an abundance of water, the ocean, sand. There's abundance in so many things. So what is it that makes you feel abundant? Okay. Because the way the law of attraction works is it doesn't care what the object is. It just cares how you're feeling. That's all it can respond to. It doesn't understand words. It doesn't understand sarcasm or context or anything like that. It only understands vibration. So if you are focused on something that makes you feel good, that makes you feel like there's an abundance, that makes you feel joy, gratitude, appreciation, all of those really nice, warm, fuzzy feelings, that's all that matters. And the universe says, okay, well, she's now vibrating at this level up here. So I need to bring things into her life to maintain that vibration. Does that make sense? Because everything vibrates. But the secret is for you to find things that make you feel good. And when you do that, and the more often that you do that, you are perpetuating that feeling. Okay. And don't take it too literally either, when it comes to the law of attraction. If you say, if you, I don't know, you're at the coffee shop and you buy someone a coffee. Okay. Don't then think that somebody else is now going to buy you a coffee. All right. It doesn't work that literally. You buying that person a coffee, you do it because you feel good about doing it. It was something that you wanted to do. You don't necessarily know them, but you felt good. It made them felt good. And it's that whole good feeling thing. You don't do it because you want something, because that's a different vibration. Okay. So when you do something that makes you feel good, it's going to cause other things to come into your life, which could be something completely different. You could just have an easy run to work where there's traffic is flowing. That makes you feel good. Okay. It could be that I don't know, someone in the street that you've never met before smiled at you, and that makes you feel good. It's perpetuating the feeling. All right. And when you focus on that, you will be surprised and amazed at all of the different things that come in, including money. Okay. That will start to flow. It'll be easy, it'll be effortless, and you won't be stressed about it because you've got that feeling. All right. I hope this is making sense to you all because it's one of those things that you do need to practice, and it's something that we do have to also sort of unlearn because we've been taught that if we need to fix something, we have to focus hard on it. And look, you obviously have to take actions. That's part of it. However, when you're taking actions from a place where you're feeling good, you're going to get a different result from when you take actions from a place where you're not feeling good. All right. You guys would I'm sure have experienced times when you're frustrated and you're feeling under pressure and you're trying to do something and you just can't make it work and then so you go out to the kitchen to get a coffee and you stub your toe or you spill the coffee or you do something. It's like this chain reaction of bad luck happens because you're in that vibration. That's all you can attract. So it's got to come to you. So when you switch all of that up, it's going to change that around. And this is where we have to sort of unlearn what we've learned and go, okay, well, I can't get where I need to be by fixating on it. So I need to walk away, change my vibration, feel good about something, and then come back to it later. All right, from a different perspective. And if you can get your head around that and start doing that and noticing the differences, notice how the outcomes differ from how you're feeling. And once you start to do that, it's going to start to make a little bit more sense and it's going to be easier for you to make that transition. Okay. And look, if you want more abundance, then you just need to feel abundant. Okay, gratitude is a great way to feel abundant. And if you're in those times where sometimes it's hard to feel grateful for stuff, especially if you've got things coming in, um, and it's making you stressed about money, appreciation is just as good. So you can appreciate, okay, I've got this bill, I've got this electricity bill, and I don't know how I'm going to pay it. I don't feel good about that. I don't feel very grateful right now. However, I can appreciate that I actually live in a home that has electricity. Okay. I can walk into a room and turn on a light. I can go to the fridge and there's stuff, food in there that is cold. Okay. I can turn on the oven and cook something because we all know what it's like when we have a blackout and, we don't have electricity. It's hard. Everything, it's like, oh my God, what am I going to do now? To talk to these people. I can't do anything else. So you can always find something to appreciate, but you have to look for it. Okay. And that's where those actions are important. All right. So on a very practical level, like I said before, create a budget, a real one, and just do this once. Be real about it. Don't pretend that you don't spend that money on that thing that you know you spent it on, and then wonder why you have no money. So do it at least once. Okay, just do it annually. Set up multiple accounts where your money automatically goes in to different accounts. So when those expenses do come up, the money's just sitting there and it's like, right, that's in, I've got the money, there we go, that's paid. Thank you so much. This is awesome. I'm a good money manager. Thank you. Hallelujah. All right. It's a completely different feeling when you can appreciate that. And by doing these practical actiony steps, it's going to help you do that because you don't actually miss the money when it's not in your account. Um, if it's there, we often just spend it just because it's there. But if it's not there, we don't spend it. Okay. So get it going where it needs to go. And there are some banks, the Macquarie Bank, if you've got a mortgage, they have, you can do up to 10 offset accounts. So what that means is that you can put money into all these different accounts for your different expenses and it will still offset your mortgage. So you're going to you're reducing your interest while still managing your money like that. Okay, so that's a really good little tip as well. And when you've got those accounts set up, also have one that is just for savings. That's for unexpected things. Okay. Also, something else you can do is definitely look at how you can increase your income. You know, whether that's creating a passive income. I'm actually part of an expo this week that started today. I'm going to be talking more about that. So if you want to jump on into the expo group, certainly do that because it'll give you a little bit more information. There's so much more in there that others are going to be sharing as well. Um, hey Jenny, thanks very much for jumping in, sweetie. I'm glad that I'm glad that you are finding this helpful. So yes, so get in there and look at how you can increase your income, whether that's upskilling, whether it's getting a different job, whether it's starting your own business, whether it's creating a passive income. Okay, and focus on what you have, not what you don't have. Okay, it's all about how you feel. It when we focus on lack, we feel lack, we go down into that sort of pit of, you know, doomsday sort of feeling, and then we're perpetuating that. All right. So focus on what you have and feel grateful for what you have because there are people, and oh my God, I'm going to show my age here. You know, there's people starving in Africa, is what we got told when we didn't want to eat our dinner. We didn't like the vegetables, sort of thing. But it is so true. There are people who don't have what you have. So always, always, always appreciate what you have. Be grateful for what you have because that will also perpetuate that good vibey feeling. Okay. So then you are going to attract into your life more things that make you feel grateful. And that is the momentum that you're going to be starting. All right. So that was pretty much it for me today. So I've shared a few little things in here. Go back and have a little listen, see what resonates with you. But the most important thing is that you actually do take some action. You know, what can you do? The practical steps, they're very important. However, how you feel, in my opinion, is more important. Okay. And if you need to adjust your vibration, if you need to adjust your attitude sort of thing, do it as often as you need to throughout the day. You might have to do it a million times a day. That's okay because each time you're doing it, you're making that conscious awareness that you need to switch something up and then you're taking an action to change it. Okay. And the more you do that, it's going to start to become your new habit. All right. Because your vibration matters more than you realize. The law of vibration is on all the time, just like gravity is on all the time. You don't get to choose when it's on, when it's off. Like attracts like. You are the one in control of how you feel and what you do. So make choices that are going to benefit you. All right. So I hope that's been helpful. Please, if you've got any questions, any comments, put them in the comments. Remember to tag me so I absolutely definitely see them. And yeah, go change things up and just see what happens. All right. All right. Have a lovely day. I'm going to leave you with a quote from a lady called Melody Beattie. And she says, gratitude turns what we have into enough and more. All right, everyone. Have an amazing day, and thank you so much for joining me. Bye bye.